Hello guys, welcome back to the next one. In this one, let's convert our framework's print statements to the proper logging infrastructure. And I'm going to utilize something that we have previously worked with. So where are we logging in this framework? We are logging currently from our Selenium driver class. We are using the print statements. So let's try to convert them into a proper login infrastructure. So we can generate a log file and then later we can look at the log file that what happened with the test cases, what happened with the steps. So I'm going to utilize the previous stuff and things will uncover. So here in the login package, we created a custom logger, if you guys remember this guy, and we can simply copy this file and put it in our framework. We will just make a very few changes. Sorry, the custom logger is this one. Yeah. So I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to go to my other PyCharm window and let's see where we want to put it. So this is the logger. It's going to help us in logging statements. It's kind of a utility for us, right? So let's make use of the utilities package, the first use of this guy. So I'm going to copy it here and it's up there. Let's just go back to this place and let's see how we used it. We actually imported the logging. So this is the login demo. In this we imported the logging and then we imported this guy, and then other than that we defined the custom logger and we used it. So let's just let's just copy this guy and we can import it. So I'm just gonna close this window. So we are on our framework window. Let's code it, and we want to use it in our Selenium driver at this moment. So I'm going to put it up here, and since now it's complaining, I first want to import some stuff, right? So from, instead of from, I can just directly say import utilities dot custom logger as cl, and I want to import logging. This is from Python and everything is happy. You can see that all the errors are gone. I don't want to put it under init because otherwise when we log the messages are going to show that it's coming from init. It's not going to show that it's coming from Selenium driver or logging or something. So let's do this. We have the print statements. I'm just going to replace everything here. So basically I want to replace this print with self.log.info. These are mostly info messages, right? These are kind of the information that the locator is found, the element is found. These are mostly the info messages. So let's replace everything, self.log.info, and I'm just gonna put it on the new line so we can see everything, or maybe let me just maximize it and let's just replace all these statements, log.info, and put it on the next line, and let's replace this one as well, self.log.info. Alrighty, so this looks like that we have some good logging coming up. So I think it's gonna be real fun. I think we're gonna log everything to a file, and I think it's gonna be good. So let's just see that, self.log.info, or I'm just gonna copy from this moment. So let's put it here, and I think that's pretty much it. A few more statements, and we are done. Or we don't even need to put everywhere. I can just put it and upload the file when it's completely done, or maybe just do it. It's almost done. So we are done, almost done with everything. So here everything is now transferred from print statements to proper log statements. I'm calling everywhere self.log.info and I'm logging all these statements properly. So now our login framework is taking care of the log infrastructure, right? Now let's see what we need to do. We need to go to the custom logger. We will need to do few modifications. I actually want to have kind of a log level basically, because right now log level is this logging.debug. So I want to actually capture this guy to maybe assign a default value. So what we can say is we can say something like logging.debug. I'm putting it like in case we don't provide it from outside, so by default everything is going to be logged. So that's the reason I'm putting it. Another thing I want to do here is I want to change this thing to take a specific file name, because we're going to use it in complete framework. And if you use this for every class, it's going to create new log file, and you will end up having like tens of log files. Most likely we only want one log file for the framework, but if you really want separate log files, you can keep it. But I usually like one log file where I can see all my logs. So I'm gonna say something like automation.log, and that should be it. And I'm gonna change the mode to A. A means append. So I want to append the logs from every file, because I might have 10 files. So if we put the mode as write, then the second file is gonna override the first file. So we want to append. So I think that's pretty much it. That's all the changes that I wanted to make, nothing else. And now let's just try to run the code. So we have our login page, we have our login test, and everything good to go. So we don't have any log statements right now in the login test. We don't have nothing in the login page. So let's just try to run this code. I'm just gonna bring this guy up, and this is py.test -v-s, and I'm running the login test.py. So it should bring up the browser, and should just click on login and then login, and it's gonna quit. So it quit the browser because I have added the driver.quit statement. I didn't want to wait here, but we can see all the tests are successful. And now we can minimize this guy and open the project explorer, and let me expand the project, and here you go. We see the automation.log, and if I expand it, we see all the log messages. So it says it's coming from Selenium driver, and it's the info message, and the message that we printed, element found with locator login and locator type link, and then it says clicked on that element. So when we look at the logs after the run, we can easily say what steps happened. We can easily see that, right? We can see that it found the element with the login, and then it clicked it. Then it found the element with the user email, and then it sent some data on that. Then it found the element with password, sent some data. Then it found the element with locator for login button, and then it sent some data. So we can actually see all the details. If something fails, we will be very easily able to figure out, okay, till this step my tests were running fine, but after this step something happened, and it's all in a different file. So you guys can search on this file, you guys can do a lot of different things. It's just easy to look into a file instead of looking in the console, right? It's really helpful. Why it's showing Selenium WebDriver? Because the log messages are coming from here, Selenium driver, right? We don't have anything in login page. So this might sound a little kind of misleading when we say, okay, I wanted to see something from login page because I'm calling API from the login page. But login page in turn is calling APIs from the Selenium driver, because click, login link, everything, they're all using element click. Element click is from the Selenium driver, so it's coming from there. But it's okay, we can actually overcome this kind of it's not a drawback. I wouldn't say it as a drawback. Some people like this as well. So but we can overcome this guy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy these two lines for importing the custom logger and logging to our login page. So let's put them here, and we're gonna define the logger here as well in the login page. So if I define the logger here in the login page, now it should realize that it's coming from the login page. So I'm gonna delete this file because I'm in the append mode, so I don't want to append everything. And I just defined the same line, I declared the same line in the login page file as well. And what else I wanted to do? I wanted to take this opportunity to delete these methods which were finding the elements on the login page. So I'm just gonna delete all of them because we don't need them now. And we have smart methods to click on login link, enter email and password and login button. So that's about it. Now what we want to do here is we just want to open the terminal and run the code. So I'm gonna put it up and run it. It's gonna bring up the browser, click login, and then quit. So everything is successful. It quit the browser. Let's open project explorer and automation log. Now you guys can see very easily that now it says that it's coming from login page. So it kind of overrides the Selenium driver, and now it tells, yes, you called me from login page. So yes, that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the login page. So that's about it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you. We really wanted to replace every print statement with the log statements, and we're done. So I would just say please practice, guys, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next lectures. Thanks for ending this one.